breathe, confess, and renew. I love how John O says that grief can hit you out of nowhere. However, hope also can find us in those places. As I've been navigating my own healing journey, one thing that I can see is that is absolutely true. And that sometimes anxiety, doubt, fear, they can surface and our bodies and our mind will have literal and physical reactions based on the past traumas and experiences that we have had. And oftentimes, those moments are referred to as triggers, having those triggering moments. And the hard thing about it is that sometimes you don't know when you're going to experience this, but when you do, you feel it. And so, in my own navigation of my healing journey, I want to offer you all a few things that through therapy, counsel, and through study that found to be helpful to navigate those triggering moments. So here we go. So the first thing that we should do when we're experiencing a moment of triggering is to breathe. Calm your body and slow your mind. According to studies, taking deep, controlled breaths can help reset our nervous system. And this is critical because when we're experiencing a moment of triggering, our bodies, our minds are literally being flooded with various emotions and endorphins, often going into fight, flight, or freeze mode. Therefore, practicing deep breathing techniques can actually reduce anxiety and slow our heart rate. This is also a great time to practice breath prayers, bringing our bodies, our mind, and our hearts back to the peace of God. So as Psalms 46 says, just be still and know that He is God. So breathe. Just breathe. So the second thing we should do when we're experiencing a moment of triggering is confess. We have to be able to identify, explore, and confront our emotional reactions. First, confess what you're feeling, that we are reacting to something. Explore and identify not only the emotion that we're feeling, but how that is connecting to a negative experience within our past. And for me, sometimes what I do is I use an emotional wheel for this to help identify my emotions, and then I journal them down. And this is important because if we're able to identify it, that means that we can be able to bring that to others and ask for help. And most importantly, being able to bring that to God, who is our help. The second confession is that we are safe in this present moment, even though it may be reminding us of something in the past, but the present, we're safe. And last, we have to confess the truth of God's word and reflect on His promises. So, confess what we're feeling, confess that we're safe, and confess the truth of God's word and reflect on His promises. So cast our cares before Him because He cares for us. And when we are afraid, put your trust in Him. The third thing that we need to do when we're experiencing a triggering moment is to renew. We have to renew and refocus our mind and our heart on the truths that are before us versus the fears that we're reacting to, redirecting our attention from our fears to our faith. We have to embrace the opportunities that are right before us versus the fears of the things that might repeat or might happen again. So we have to operate with awareness and wisdom, accepting that life involves risk. That's just the truth. Everything has a risk. However, we also have to renew our hope in the reality that is God, that is our ultimate protector and our God. And that if He saw us through one situation, He will continue to see us through, even in the next. And so, whenever we experience trigger moments, I want us to know to take a moment, breathe, confess, and renew. And hopefully that'll help you, as it has helped me navigate through the complexities of the emotions that we're feeling and bring ourselves back to center as we continue on in our process and in our new life post-trauma. Much love.